What is an executive simulation? Why is it more effective than a presentation, tabletop exercises, or training? And what surprises leaders most when they go through that process?
Yeah, so I'll start with what's going on now and what's been the traditional method. So the traditional method is, hey, we should do these tabletop exercises like once or twice a year to make sure that we're doing something. And what that's turned into traditionally is you have a third party come in, a consultant or whatnot, and they go, okay, Anders, imagine this happened. The data center blows up, right? Whatever. And what do we do? And then everyone talks about, well, we got this call tree and we have this policy, and you kind of sit around in a room and you discuss. And you go, okay, well, now this happened. On your way there the bridge collapsed. Or like, how do you get to that? And it's like, okay, well, here's what we would do. And you talk through it. But there's no risk. There's no consequences. There's no pressure in that. There's just, let's talk through it. So I describe it as like dental cleaning, right? No one really wants to do dental cleaning, but you have to. So you go spend a couple hours at the dental chair and you do your thing. So similarly, and I've been through hundreds of these in my career, both as the deliverer, as an external person, or as like a CISO bringing him in to do it for teams. You get the executives, and like within 5 minutes, they're looking at their watch, right? Within 10 minutes, they're on their phone. Within 15 minutes, they're like, hey, I got to go do something. I'll come back. And the CEO never comes back. So the difference between that and what we created this out of that experience, right? Out of those experiences. Okay, this is not what we want to do going forward. And so what we've done is we've created a game. I liken it to Dungeons and Dragons meets business, or the escape room meets business, right? Like you have a time-based thing. You have an hour, and it's team-based. So you have multiple teams, and these teams get together, and they have to manage their finances, their stakeholders, they have to invest, and they have to manage risk, and all of these different pressure points, and they have to get through a series, an entire set of questions, if you will, before the end. But every question you make presents a new future. It's dynamic. And so if you said, hey, there's an outage or there's a virus, and all of a sudden you go, one person's like, well, we should keep going. And the other person's like, well, we should shut everything down. Well, those are two very different futures, right? If you shut everything down, your virus isn't going to spread, but you're not making any money. And so your customers are getting mad. Why is there an outage? Well, if you stay up to keep making money, well, all of a sudden the virus keeps taking out your system. So there's a number of different ways you can manage this. And I've literally had senior executives, like C-suite level executives of one of the largest energy companies in the world, literally tell me, I'm sweating right now. Like I can't get my heart rate down. Like they don't want to lose. I had the chairman of the board of one of the largest banks in the United States on the same team as the head of the DOD. And these are two gentlemen that are ultra successful. They're both in their 70s. And they're like high-fiving each other and talking trash to the other teams as they go through this. And so it's engaging. Again, no one got to that level in their career without being really competitive. And so that creates this, I don't want to lose, especially when you have like a bunch of alpha people in the same room, right? No one wants to lose. And so because of that, it creates that real life pressure, but without the real life consequences of actually blowing up your company by making a bad decision, if that makes sense.